Hello and welcome to my new Flosstube. I'm Jantina and this is where I share my stitching. So today I have a lot to show you because it's been 2 months and next to me, just out of screen, there's a huge stack of my whips, a teeny tiny bit of haul and just a lot of projects. My notes are over here as well because I can't remember anything. So I will try my best. There will also be a tiny book section. I won't go in a lot of detail because, as I said, I don't remember anything. I can't tell you if I like the book or whatever. We will see. My dishwasher is going. I will pause it. I think that's better. I don't know how much of the, ooh, I was kicking you. I don't know how much of the noise was picking up, but it was distracting to me. So, like I said, I have a teeny tiny bit of haul and that's on top, so I will show you that first. I wanted this kit for a long time and it's this one from Leonard. It's half of the face of an owl. It's called Owl. It's by Leonard and I stitched the fox 2 years ago. It's actually, I don't know if you can see it, but it's in my bookcase up there. Ooh. And I wanted this for a long time and it was on sale. I don't like the fabric for Leonard, so I sent that to Jemima because she does love it. And I will stitch this one on 20 count Ada because it will fit a regular frame just like the other one. It's warm in here. It was a really gloomy day, so I thought, well, it's perfect for filming a Flosstube. We had a thunderstorm last night, so I thought it would be less warm, but it's warm. The sun is going in and out, but it's 22 degrees inside, which it's warm for me. So, I have 2 finishes. I know, 2, it's crazy. Last time I showed you an update of my Alice bookmark and I wanted to finish this before I started another one and I finished it. I put it in a book and I don't know where it went. I didn't even take a picture because it was the book I was reading at the moment or planning to read and maybe I didn't read that book. I don't know where it is. I do have a progress picture and I will put it in here and when I find it I will show it, but it's gone. Let's see. The project I wanted to start after I finished the bookmark is also finished and it's in my handmade Wonderland bag. I made my own conversion and this is Miss Maggie May by, I don't know. This is kind of a stitch along with a group of stitchy friends. We call ourselves the Stitchy Sisters and some of them are stitching Maggie May or the other animal crackers and I will show you. She's so cute. It's on a lavender-ish fabric. And I love the colors. There are like flowers on our dress. They are red and dark yellow. It's not really showing up. But I will try and finish her in a stand-up if I find out how to. And there's also a little mouse. I think he's called Bobbin. I will put it up here, and I believe that will be my next one. So that were my two finishes. Then I have a lot of whips, and they are just in random order. Mostly my smaller projects first, and then we will go on to the full coverages. First up is a kit. I call it Fox in a Bottle, but it is called Forest Dreams. And as many of you know, now in September there's a stitch along, and I will put it up here. Fall for Foxes sale, Foxes for Fall sale, one of them. And it's a stitch on projects with a fox. As you might know, I love foxes. So I have 12 projects with a fox, and I want to stitch on all of them. And I realized I couldn't stitch on all of them in September. So I started already, and I stitched on 4. And one of them is this one. It's a kit I bought last year, and let me show you what I did. It's still in the hoop. I don't iron, really. And it is what it is. This is on, I believe it's an 18 count Ada. And, oh, my needle is still in here. So, this is how far I am now. The sun is really, really bright, but I think you can see it. And what I did this time is mostly the face of the fox, the ears. And when I started stitching on this, the part of the ears I had done before was wrong. So I had to take it out, and this isn't DMC. So it wasn't really easy to take out. This floss is really, it's not soft. It's like sandpaper. And yeah, so I worked on this for, I believe, 2 days, and yeah, there it is. I really like it. I don't know when I will pick this up again, because it's a paper pattern, and that's not the most easy way to work for me. So I have to be in the mood. Then, in another project bag made by me, is a special project. This is sort of a finish, but also it's not. And this is for the Foxes for Fall sale. I will just call it a fox sale. So, yeah. This is a pattern by, the designer has also Fox in the name. But as you may have seen, I will put everything in screen somewhere. And yeah, this is, I will show it first. This is Home Sweet Home, and I believe you can see it this way. And this is a project I am stitching with my kids, because they like stitching too. And I did all the outline, and I bought them a box of off-brand floss, and we picked some colors, you can see in here, and we decided it would be fun to stitch it together. But I ran out of the brown halfway through stitching this, so I had to match up my DMC, but the color is a little bit different, but also the thickness of the thread, because the off-brand is the really soft, it's not nice floss, and the DMC is just a little bit lighter. But I don't think you can see where it's different. And as soon as I finished it, my daughter, she said, "Can I color it in now? It's like a coloring page." And I said, "Yes, you can. So she started on the fox, the white part of the fox, and she's doing the heart. And her stitches are going in every direction. But I think that's part of the charm. She is 8 and she's doing her best to make it pretty. There are some mistakes in this. The fox is a little bit skinnier than he is supposed to be, and I don't know where the mistake is. And when I found out there was a mistake, I was like 40% done, and I was like, yeah, it is what it is. And I don't think there's anything wrong with the way it is now. It's just, it's different than the mock-up. I'm really shaky, sorry. I don't know why. So, she can continue with that one, and my son can do his thing with it. In here, I took this somewhere because my little tin of stitchy things is in here. So, in here is a project I share with one of my sweet friends. Joanita is stitching the same thing. She's Joanita Stitchy Things. She didn't film a Flosstube for a while, but I was over there for a weekend beginning this year, and we both really like this pattern. It's this one. It's Rainbow Chickadee, and she is a bit further than I am. I believe she's around 5% already or something, but there's so much confetti in this, and especially in the bird, the blobs around are a little bit more block stitching, and there is nothing to see what this will be yet. So I just fold it, and this is how far I am. The fabric is a little bit lighter than it's showing up, but this will be the belly of the bird. Over here will be the wing. His chest will be over here, and there's a little bit of black, and it's the start of his head. So there's nothing to see, and this is, I think, around 3%. I did do a lot of stitching in here and just filling in the missing stitches. There are still some missing, and the colors, they flow really nicely just because of all the confetti. So I will just put in some stitches here and there, and the colors are amazing. I can't wait to see how it will look when it's, well, done is not the right word because it will take a while. So next one, also this is one of my favorite bags, fabrics, one I made myself. In here is another fox project for the fox cell. This is Fox in Fall, and this is a project from a magazine. I don't remember which one, but it's on the cover. And it's from last year or the year before. And this was a a series where you have for each words. Let's start over. It's a series where for every season there's a round chart with an animal. I believe fall was, of course, for the fox, and it was winter with an owl, spring with a rabbit or bunny, whatever. And the other one, I don't remember, maybe horse? I don't know. But I'm stitching the fox, and also in here I found mistakes a few times ago, not the last time. This is how far I am for now. The colors are really showing up nicely. So I can't find I don't know where the mistake is in this one. There are multiple, but I worked on this side of the tree with the blues. I finished the blue up here, and I did this swirly thingy, and I did a little bit more in the tree, and it's cute. I really like how it will look, especially with the white edges. And I stitched this from a screenshot, which is why I think there are mistakes. I don't really mark it off. And the page break is around here. So I will first do this, and I will see, because there's also a mistake in here, and there was some in here and in here. But it's all organic shapes with the tree and the leaves. So if a leaf is a bit bigger or smaller, or I don't think you will notice, really. It's so cute. Yeah. So what's next? This is one of the first full coverages in a bag I made a while ago. I love this fabric. And in here is Bedtime Story. It's by Cross Stitch for Everyone. And most of my projects I start with page 1 and then work my way through one way or another. But this one I'm doing row by row, top to bottom, and I really like how that looks. I have some parked threads, so it's a bit messy. Let me show you. This is how far I am. And I believe I'm working on row 4 over here. I think you can see it this way. I love the colors. Just, yeah, I really like it. And when I get to her hair, she has flowers in her, I don't know, headband, or words are doing great today. And I'm really looking forward to stitching that. But for now, I'm in the blues and greens. And I noticed that every time I'm about to switch colors again, like from orange to, well, a little bit of blue, yellow, green, every time I get bored with the color, it's time for the next color. So that's really nice. It's so bright and colorful. And before I started it, when my daughter saw the mock-up, she was like, "That's going into my room." And now I'm like, nope. I will keep it myself. Because when I finished it, she will maybe have her own place. Because, yeah, it takes time, especially if you have a lot of projects to work on. Now it's time for a really special project. My focus project of the last year. I don't know when I started this one, but I believe it's the end of last year. So maybe a year ago. And it's Wise Owl, and it's in a project bag by Diane Frog and Fudge. I love her project bags. They are really sturdy. And she just made a video showing all her bags. So go check her out. She has an Etsy as well. And You won't regret buying her bags. So, Wise Owl, I use this for the stitching challenge with Stitches So Beautiful. So every month I enter a picture, and every week I update it, and we have to do at least 250 stitches, or what's this line? Or 500 half stitches. And I reached a milestone. Um, I completed a row 4 out of 7. I reached 60%, and I have over 70,000 stitches in. And I'm in love. Let me show you. He's beautiful. I yeah, I'm in love. So I finished another row, and now it's just 3 more rows to go. A lot of colors are finished already because it gets darker the lower you go. But this is the row I just finished, and I started the new row over here. And oh, he's just beautiful. I'm stitching this one 1/1 on 20 count because that's what I like. And yeah, I love the colors. So let me see if I can get up close to show you. Yeah, he's amazing. So I thought I could finish it this year. I can't because last month I did quite a lot of stitching, but the month before we were on holiday, and I just did the bare minimum of stitching on this one. So I believe I had like 1200 stitches for the month, which set me back on my, well, it's not really a goal to finish it this year, but I believe it will be February or maybe March. We will see. Now another really special project, also in a bag by Diane, and I know this is the favorite of a lot of you, and I used it for the foxes in fall cell, for fall, the foxes cell, because there's a fox in it. I didn't stitch on the fox, but it's King Kota. And I will put up a picture over here. And this project I've been neglecting for a year, I believe. Because every time I picked it up, I was working in the same section and I wasn't feeling it. And after about 30 stitches, I was done with it. Oh, the mailman. So he's gone. It fitted through the mailbox. So, where was I? Oh, every time I picked it up, I was working in the same section and I was just fed up with it and I couldn't find my groove. And it's on 18 counts, 2/1, which I prefer stitching with 1 thread. So, stitching with 2, I wasn't feeling it. So, I decided to go to an entirely different section and stitch over there. Just a simple section. And I did quite a bit. So I don't even think I can show it in one. No, I can't. This is, I have no idea what you can see. Yeah, I believe you can see it this way. This is the top section. And all the way over there, whoop, is the bottom. So every time I picked it up, I was working in this section over here with the book. Where are we? It's such a big one. And I will try and make a picture of the full thing. But I was working over here and it was just bothering me, and I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. So then I thought, well, maybe I can work on his face or whatever. But what I did was cleaning up another section. And it's all the way down at the bottom. And I will put in a preview what it looked like, because I took a picture when I started. And this is how that section is looking right now. And I think you can see it. I can see a little bit through the fabric, but it's folded now. So yeah, it's just boring stitching. It's just a couple of colors filling in, but I needed it because I don't really mind 18 count anymore. So it was a good call to work in a different section. And next time, I don't know, but I used it for the foxes in fall cell, and yeah, I really love the detail. It looks so real, this pillow and everything. So yeah, he's so pretty. And so big, because it's, I don't know if you can see it all. Yeah, maybe. This is the entire length, and I will have kind of the same border at the other end when it's done someday. Ooh, I can fit it almost in screen. So yeah, there he is. And there he goes again. So I have no idea when I will stitch on this again. He is beautiful, and I am glad I stitched on it again and that I liked it, because I was kind of afraid I would never enjoy stitching on it again, and I would never finish it, which would be really sad. So yeah. Then another full coverage in a floppy bag made by Diane. And in here is, what's in here? Some loose thingies. Oh, it's a mini full moon by, see on the screen. And I just wanted to work on a fun project. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. And what I did is work in this section, and I reached the middle of the pattern. So you can see a little bit of the hoop, but I love the blocky colors and like almost like brush stripes. If you're still here, thank you, because words are hard today. So yeah, and the bird will be starting around here, so someday we get to see him. And this is not really a priority piece to work on, but I really enjoy the colors. And if I need some block stitching, this is the one I will pick up. Yeah, I also worked on this one. In a foul bag with Charm by Debbie, Creatively Yours. And in here is Princess Asleep by Yvonne Gilbert. And I love this project. So I'm glad I worked on it again. Whoop. I work on this one in diagonals with 3 blocks at a time. So let me fold it. So here I am for now. I did 2 rows over here, so the bottom of this flower and this row. And I will start the next row with the butterfly again. And there's so much detail in this one. With the moths and well, I believe that's a butterfly, but maybe they're all moths. And there will be a rabbit or bunny at the other side, and I love these flowers. So every time I stitch on it, I can complete a flower or some part of a butterfly or whatever. I think I feel I say whatever all the time and it's annoying me, sorry. So I really like this round flowers. They are everywhere and they are really fun because they're like a quick finish in the pattern. And I'm not far from 20%, I believe. It's like 18. So, yeah. And at the top, I'm over halfway. So that's nice. So, then I have one project left and something else to show you. This is my book project, and the picture I will put in will be ironed, but I finished the row. So it's now a 6x6 block. Oh, this one isn't really showing up, but it is a really light color. So now you can see it. This time I stitched the lower row and I'm way behind on stitching my books. I believe I'm 3 rows behind because I read a lot this summer. So I will put up an ironed picture of this. So I really like doing that. It's nerdy, I know. Like I said earlier, I won't be telling you a lot of details about the books. I will put in cover pictures, or I have 3 of them over here. Whoop! I almost spilled my water over my projects that are on the ground. Oh, can you imagine? So the first one, the really light one, it's Aria's Traveling Bookshop, I believe the title is. And I read part 1. It's like a part 2 at the beginning of the year. I believe it may be this one here. That was Rosie's Traveling Tea Shop. And it's about 2 girls that both have a camper van converted to, well, one is a food truck and the other one is traveling bookshop. And in the first part, you get to know Aria as well. And in book 2, you get to know more about her story. And I really liked it, but I expected more. More. I did like it. So then the next 2 are of a series from Jenny Colgan, and I listened to the Dutch audiobooks and I don't really remember the titles, but both of them are about a community, a little city somewhere in Scotland, Ireland. I don't know, somewhere up there. Like I said, I don't really remember a lot of it, but I did like it. The first book is about a girl who grew up there. Her father has a like small airplane charter company, and she is flying the big planes for big companies. And then there is an accident, and she will be afraid to fly. And then she has to help on the island with her dad, and that's where the story of the first one will come in. And I really, I really like the book. So the Dutch title of the pink one is, I believe, Under the Pink Sky or Above the Pink Clouds, something like that. I like that as well. It's about another girl in the same area, I believe, a year later. And the fact I don't really remember tells me I like the first one better. So, yeah. Then this one, number 4, is actually this one, Emily Wilde. And I don't know the English title. Encyclopedia of Fairies. And I have the special edition. I showed it before. Part 3 is over there. Part 2 is on my nightstand, I believe. And I liked it. It's about a researcher trying to research the land of fairies, and it's not what I expected, but I want to read more. So I started reading part 2, I believe 6 times already, and I can't really get into the book, but I will try again and we will see. Then 2 that are almost the same color. Maybe you can see it, because the books are really alike. They are The Story Collector and The Last Bookshop, both by Evie Woods. And I started with The Story Collector. My husband read it and he said, I think you would like this book. And I did. It's a story where you read in 2 different time zones. At the beginning of the book, a girl finds a diary. I had to look for the word somewhere. A diary. And she's reading in it. And as we learn more about what's in a diary, we also learn more about the connection to the girl in present and the girl in the past. And it has a touch of magical realism. I usually like it, but there was potential for more. Let's just put it that way. I did enjoy it. So after that, I read The Last Bookshop, also with some magical realism, and also to time, how do you say it? I'm so sorry, you guys. Time zones? No. Well, there is the same thing going on with things that happened in the past and things that happened in the future. I like this one more than the first one. And I believe it took me to the end to really love this book. It's a thicker book. And yeah, I liked it. It's been a while since I read those books. Like I said, I believe 3 rows behind. Let me check. This was row 6. and I just read the first book of row 9. So I have row 7 and row 8 to go, and then row 9 is where I am with reading. Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm almost done, I swear. So, last thing I want to show you is related to stitching, but it's not stitching. Well, I made project bags, and as you might know if you watched my previous videos, and as you might gathered from this video, my brain doesn't work. I'm really tired all the time, and my concentration is really, really bad. So it's going a little bit better for now. I also started some type of work again. They call it work experience, but it's just to try and get back in the rhythm of working again. It's from home. It's just some administrative, really, really, it's boring and basic, but it's just to get me back through trying to concentrate better again. Before I started work, I tried making project bags again, and I made 4. I have some new vinyl I wanted to try out, and this is the first one. There's a glittery, this is silver in the vinyl, and this is the back. It's so cute. And I have cut up more of this fabric. I think over a year ago I cut fabric for 20 project bags, I believe. And I never got to finish them. So now I did 4. 1 smaller one and 3 bigger ones. This is with a gold vinyl glitter, and of course foxes and more foxes. I love this one as well, also with the gold vinyl. Maybe I can show you a little bit of the glitter. Yeah. And I won't be selling project bags for now. I will just be making them for fun if I feel up to it. And this is more of a spring fabric. I love this series, and this has the silver sparkly vinyl. So yeah, I really like them, and I was surprised how well I remembered how to make them. I believe this was everything. Let me check my notes. Now I have to remember what were my notes. Yes, this was all. Now I can check the name of the cell. Fall for Foxes. You have seen it in screen. But I have 12 fox projects, and maybe I can show you this way. These are my fox projects, and the ones I marked green are what I did already. So I have a lot of projects to go. Maybe I will do a September video if I feel up to it with my fox projects. I think that would be fun. Or a fox segment, maybe. We will see. There are some kits, some full coverages left. Mostly kits. I have quite a lot of projects with foxes to go. And I will try and make a new video in September, end of September. Kids are back to school now. I don't know with starting work again and stuff how my energy will be. So I will try and come back at the end of September for a Fox update, and otherwise I will be back when I will be back. So if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. It was kind of a struggle bus, and I did a lot of these videos like over the years, but I feel really out of practice. So sorry for the messy and stumbling over words video. And I just want to say thank you for watching, spending some time with me, being part of this wonderful community. And I hope you have fun stitching. I will see you again next time. Bye bye.